Get an education today. Before public comment, I just want to give, like I have been doing, a brief update on, Monday, we had a Teams meeting with, DHS, ICE, and we had, all our local representation was on, the First County Commissioners were on, Schuylkill County Commissioners, our state representatives, our state senator, Governor McCormick, or Senator McCormick's office, Dan Muser, yeah, everyone's on. You know, people aren't gonna like this, but they have our letters, they have our concerns, and they're gonna address our issues. They're getting us more information. We are going to now have direct contact with DHS. We're gonna have, we're gonna have their contact information so we can go to them directly. We are still working with Congressman users, Senator Fetterman's, and, Senator McCormick's office to still, to help communicate our concerns to them with DHS. We brought everything up from the water and sewer to, public safety to what are they gonna do about security, and there's no police in that area, and they have to contact state police and EMS. We brought up about it being treated humanely, about setting up, inspections if this facility is built to be able to go in. Tax revenue issues, the tax impact, what are they doing about that? The routes that vehicles would be taking in and out of the property, what routes they would be going on, if they plan to use our county airport. So as of right now, the only thing they addressed outright was that because we asked, one of the big questions we asked is the engineering work and logistics. And they said their engineers have reviewed every site and they have a plan in place to deal with water and sewer. And then they're willing to discuss long-term implications on the existing infrastructure. So that's where we're at right now. We're hoping we set like a week or two, that we're gonna have more meetings with, DHS, but we're gonna deal with them directly. And in conjunction with the congressman's office and our senator's office, and that's where we're at right now. So that's the only information I have on that. On a good note, something positive is that I want to announce that, Representative Barton helped spearhead with our fire school lacked funding, and we're still not to what we need yet. But our state representative stepped up to the plate, and we got a $500,000 grant from them. We just got that, like, when did we get that? Friday, I think that came in. I signed the DECD thing on Friday. So, Jamie really stepped up in the 124th representative. He helped us spearhead that, along with, Representative Starr, Representative Torzik, and Representative Watro. They saw a need, so we're $500,000 step closer to the project. So we're hoping now with Gary's work with the governor's office, we put in for an RCAP, an LSA, and an Appalachian Trail grant. So, and we're putting then into with Senator McCormick's office for their appropriation for money for this too. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully these grants all come together and we'll be able to finally build the fire school and get that up and running. But I just want to thank our state representatives publicly for seeing a need. They stepped up and they helped out with it. So we really appreciate what they did. So let's move on with the meeting. Public comment.
Good morning. Joe Wiscamp. I'm a Tremont, Pennsylvania resident. And Larry, I know you referenced the information that you were told. I taught fourth grade for 30 years. And when students came in, many of them said they did their homework, but it was my job to make sure we actually saw their homework. And them telling you they did all these studies, where are they? We need to see them and we need to demand them. Because I live in Tremont. We've talked about natural soil products. We're living with this, and I have so many concerns that Pottsville's population in 2020 was 13,000. We're basically connecting Pottsville to Tremont doing this. It's not going to work. I don't know what studies they have, but the cost, the time frame, they want to open this up in September. The time frame isn't feasible, even if they have the money, unlimited money. They're spending money like crazy on this. But even if the money were not the issue, the time frame is way too rapid to put all this work in. And I cannot have, we cannot in Tremont have more trucks coming in and out with water I'm concerned about the sewage aspect. That they may have to drive that out in trucks. If I didn't live in Tremont, I wouldn't have experience with this. We have trucks driving every day with human excrement. We're calling the DEP and we can't have more of this piled on. And the Coal Region Canary mentioned, this memo and the government saying they did due diligence. By definition, this isn't due diligence. Due diligence means this should have been done first before the facility was even purchased. And now we're this far into it, we still don't have answers. There's no answer. Saying we have this and not providing it is a non-answer. And how can we base decisions? What is our life gonna look like in Tremont? What do these studies say? And why are we not seeing them? The secrecy that this was done is very, very concerning, incredibly concerning. And I know Ronald Reagan once said, the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are words from the federal government. We're here to help. I'm not gonna add the 9 most terrifying words might be, we're from the federal government, just trust us.
You know, we're trying to get the information, and as soon as I get it, it'll be forthcoming.
Yeah,
We
Dan
asked him for
Muser, if
specific
he has all
reports.
this contact, where's Dan Muser with providing this information?
Dan Muser has been the
He's been
only,
silent, other than saying everything's gonna be okay.
Dan Muser's the only person that we're in direct contact with from the federal government.
You know, we need answers.
He's the
This
only
is
one
our,
that
I mean,
we're
this is our
direct
town,
contact.
these are big
Okay.
decisions, and we're provided nothing, we did it, we have it, but you can't see it.
And that's what we're trying to work through.
Thank you.
Thank you. Morning.
I'm back. I'm Brianna Del Allen from Oryxburg. I'm also a former teacher. I taught middle school math for a long time, so I'm going to talk briefly about math after I ask a question. Do we know where the water is going to come from for this facility?
They are saying they're gonna provide their own water, and they're gonna provide their own waste facilities.
Do we have any idea what that
Other than that,
means?
no, I don't think they would tell us where they're getting water from, because I believe that's a security issue. I'm just saying, they didn't go into that level specifically. They just
Sure.
said they're gonna bring in water and sewage. Like I said, this was the first meeting we had with them. It was a broad meeting with numerous people on and lots of questions, so we're hoping moving forward now that we have direct meetings with them.
They promised to bring answers back to us.
And they promised to bring us more answers, because we went through that letter I read, and then the 8 points. We went through everything step by step and said, we need to have answers on this. We need an economic impact study done. We need all kinds of stuff. We need to know how it's gonna affect 911. He said there is a ton of issues, and I did express to him, this would have been a lot easier if this process would have been started before they purchased it.
Right.
And that was expressed, but we're now dealing with that they purchased the property, and we're dealing with it the best way and most efficient way we possibly can.
Okay. Thank you for, I know that y'all are very busy and I do not envy you. There's rumors on Facebook of like, oh, well, they'll just truck in the water like they are for Tremont right now. And I think, math is not everybody's favorite subject, as I know, as a math teacher. That would mean, we need about 1 million gallons of water a day for that facility. A tanker truck holds 4,000 gallons of water, a normal sized tanker truck. To get that much water into the facility every day would be over 200 tankers of water, which is obviously like not feasible. It's just a joke.
That's why we
So-
brought up trucking routes.
Yeah,
How are they going to logistically bring water? Are they taking 81 to where? We expressed massive concern that it's not through 209 at all. That they only in emergency situations, like if something would have an emergency, we told them, like, the roads aren't designed for heavy truck traffic. So that would have to be addressed. Like, we're trying to cover everything.
yeah. So in your letter, it said, I remember it as being like the transport of detainees would take a specific route, but did it say just like all of their traffic?
All transportation,
Okay.
and that's what we asked them in this meeting, like, if you're trucking water and sewer in and out, what are you gonna do through road infrastructure? Roads aren't designed for that kind of impact.
Yeah.
What routes are you taking? And then specifically your detainees, like I said, you asked about the county airport.
Yeah.
Because it's right there, could it be used? Like, these are information we need to know, and we asked specifically their routes, and I asked them to get us specific numbers, how many trucks are going to be going in and out.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things we're working on.
Cool. And I know that you're talking with them, asking for these things. Have you sent like a formal request to DHS? For
They have that, they have the letter that I wrote, then plus from our meeting, plus the original 8 things that we came up with, plus the questions that we asked on Monday.
Yeah.
You know, we're in the record and, you know, like I said, that's the best we have right now.
Okay.
As soon as I'm trying to keep all the information flowing as much as I can.
Yeah.
And once we get reports, once we get stuff from them, I will share them with the public as soon as we get the stuff.
Can the public get a copy of that letter that you read last week? Because I
Yeah.
thought it was really great. I just wanted to
Yeah.
see that. And
Yeah, we
then
gave
also
some
the
people,
report of the SCMA
Yeah.
letter as well, because I know we saw part of it and Corey and Harry
you
did
can
cover
get,
it.
if after the meeting, get me, I'll get you photocopies.
Cool. And during the renovation, construction process, whatever, are y'all going to request to do inspections during that process?
That's what we brought up. We
Okay.
asked about creating a group of, say, like EMS, our emergency management, 911, fire department, or sheriff's department, the commissioners, the SEDCO, a group of people that can come in and see what's going on while it's under construction. And then I even asked if this detention facility does come, that it's open, about having monthly inspections. That we have a group of people together to interface with their people, that they can go in. And I asked if the commissioners could be one of them, but I also asked it to be, we asked for like that group of people that can go in and see the overall functionality of it.
We know that's not typically happening, even though
Well,
it is supposed to be allowed under law.
Well,
Yeah.
we asked about it, so,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna push for it.
Good, thanks. I had another question and now I forget it. Oh, are the Tremont supervisors involved in this?
Yes, the township supervisors.
Yeah.
Were on the call, and their solicitor was on the call, and the school district, Pine Grove and, it was Pine Grove, and what was the other one? And Hamburg School District, oh, sorry, the superintendents were on the calls. I don't know if their solicitors were on the calls.
Okay.
On the Schuylkill County end, it was the 3 commissioners and our county solicitor, and we were on the call. And then it was like Burns County, and it was a lot of people on the call. So it got a little,
Yeah, that sounds like too many people.
yeah, it was a lot of people.
Last question. We don't know, do you have any knowledge of anybody thinking they're going to be providing the water? Because there are rumors swirling, I'm just wondering.
Not that I know of, they didn't mention that at all.
Okay.
Honestly, government, it would have to go through the government contracting process under, what's that website they have, the GES, they put their bid stuff on. Yeah, I can't remember the acronym for it right now, but I'm just, it's an assumption, I don't know for sure. We'll go out to bid, I guess, on that.
Okay.
But if it's the amount of water they're needing, you have to have a massive trucking operation.
Right.
So, like,
Want to build a filtration plant?
or, you know, we don't know, like I said, they give us more detail if they're gonna put a holding tank on. But they tend to fill a tank and then, so they don't have to have 100 trucks every day coming in or so. As I get those details, we'll share it. But we're pushing for all the details on the infrastructure.
Yeah, and is this, well, now I have one more question. Is the state, like, the discharging of the water, or like if they build their own sewage plant, or if they were adding into the sewer, is the state involved with?
Yes, from
the
what we,
discharge?
and what we have seen is from Governor Shapiro's letters and everything, and if you actually, because I've been reading everything about this, the United States government and states all have an agreement already. They have to comply with certain things for state regulations. And one of it is EPA. And DEP. So that's like above us, but from what we're reading, yes, they have to adhere to DEP monitoring and EPA stuff. And they already have agreements in place with every state, from what I've gathered from reading all the stuff that I've been reading about all the articles from New Hampshire to all over the country, that is in there. And it's actually stated in the, some of the letters that are referenced by Governor Shapiro's cap.
Yeah.
So, And they said, I asked about those agreements, and they said, yes, we will comply with those agreements, so, yes,
Thank you for all the work the three of you are doing.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Any other public comment?
Morning, Linda.
Melinda Diver, North Manheim Township. Welcome to our students here today, and Sharon, thank you for showing them the ropes of the courthouse. I'm going to switch gears just a little bit. Since immediate approval is requested, I'm going to have to go ahead and address this now instead of bringing it up during salary board public comment. Let's see. Looking to the district attorney's office is looking to make an annual payment of $28,428 for the legal services beginning March 1st to Shelby Hostetter. Sorry. I thought she was already an employee of the DA's office. Is that not accurate?
No.
I thought she was already.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This past year, she was an independent contractor this past year. This contract.
Just renewing.
This is renewing.
Just
that
renewing.
contract.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she was an independent contractor with the district attorney's
And that
office.
is-
Correct, it's just renewing.
They're just renewing.
Okay. So you did do work for the DA's office, Shelby. Okay, I
Well,
thought
I
you did.
did, it wasn't, but to clarify, I'm not employed by the district attorney's office.
You
That's the
receive a
difference.
1099 at
That's
the end of the year.
correct, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, thank you for that.
Mhm.
What are the hours for the courthouse? Is it still 8:30 to 4:30, or have we changed anything?
I think they're 4:30, I believe.
Yes.
Well, I hope you'll know. 8:30 to 4:30, right?
Well, some
Okay.
offices do, some places like children and youth and stuff like that, I think they have little, some of the people have different hours.
I said for the courthouse.
But they're part of the courthouse, but they have different hours.
Children and youth, I don't think they have their offices in the courthouse.
They're part of the courthouse, but go ahead.
Gotcha. 8:30 to 4:30. So as of 9:30 this morning, we had several of our row officers who had not reported for duty yet. Krista D. Casimiro, who is our clerk of courts, Bridget Miller, who is our prothonotary, Ann Dudish, recorder of deeds, Teresa Gaffney, register of wills, and I'll leave Linda and Sharon off of that list because you ladies are usually always typically here, for our regular weekly Wednesday meetings. So you guys get a pass on that. I think the taxpayers deserve better than what we're currently seeing out of a lot of our row officers, kind of picking and choosing if they're going to come in, what days they're going to come in, what hours they're going to keep. I would say we're extremely fortunate that we have some very hardworking and capable first and second deputies within a lot of these departments and offices that can pick up the slack of the elected official. And when we look at how much is flying out the door every year in salaries and benefits packages, benefits including health care, health insurance, and their retirement, we deserve better than that. So, like I said, next year is a big election year for a lot of these row offices and commissioners. So we are going to continue to beat the drum on that. I think what a lot of taxpayers and residents of this county are looking for in their elected officials is common sense, honesty. I hope we're bringing some sort of baseline intelligence to the plate, a willingness to stand up for the taxpayers and the residents of this county. Shirley, you know what? We might actually make some sort of progress on what's going on with NSP, if nothing else. Because Jeff and I have been coming to these meetings for what, around 3 years now. We have been coming and pointing out all the issues with NSP and the biosolids, all that toxic human waste that is being spread on all the farmland out in the west end of this county. So if nothing else, I think the federal government will be concerned about those detainees breathing in all that toxic air out there. DEP has been, shall we say, reluctant to do any sort of air quality test. Everybody complains about the stench. The stench is the tip of the iceberg. It's what people are actually breathing in and contaminating their bodies and their lungs with what they're breathing in. So let's keep our fingers crossed, Shirley.
Trust me,
Maybe we can get something done.
whenever we have meetings with them, I am bringing that up too. I have brought it up about it, that it's a concern, and hopefully with the governor's attention now, I'm gonna bring it up to him again.
Something should have been done about that a long time ago. Not just because the detainees are gonna be there.
I know what the solution is, DEP doesn't wanna try. So, I'm trying to get to, we file reports, every Boots calls me and I file reports, Gary files a report, we call DEP just like they do with the rest of the county, we file reports on it, every time I go by there and smells, call DEP up, so file a report.
I wonder who's greasing the wheels of DEP, if you get my drift. Thank you.
No idea. Thank you, any other public comment? Morning.
Morning. Hi, I'm Claire Kempis from North Manheim Township. I read somewhere, and I'm sorry, I don't know where, but it's in my calendar. Are you guys having a PM meeting? I
6 P.M. meeting, yes.
And where is that going to be? At 6 PM here,
March 11th, night.
March
March
11th
11th.
is what I have in my, it's a
Yep.
Wednesday.
Four
I think.
times here we do it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that we have some people here to talk more about the detention facility. And I think I feel more comfortable, and I think a lot of people who I'm in touch with would feel more comfortable if our commissioners would come out as a unified group and make a statement that they're asking questions, which we want you to do, and your questions are phenomenal, and they're all the questions that we have. But I know I personally, and a lot of people I know, would feel better if you would make a stronger statement that you're opposed to it. So maybe when you're together, you can come up with something that you could say that you're opposed to it. That would at least make us feel like you're fighting harder for us. So hopefully we'll see that. Thank you for your time and for everything you're doing.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
Jeff Dunkel, Palo Alto. All right, we'll start off with the normal stuff. Ms. Stevens, I see Mike's here, so maybe he can address this. It's been well over a year. For the young kids that are here, she was the director of children and youth. She ran a payroll scheme where she wasn't on during the week, or she was on during the week, but people are on during the weekends. So those people would get extra pay to work the weekends. She would then she would take their shifts, have them pay her, avoid the taxes, tax evasion, all kinds of things. So that went on. It was investigated by Mr. Bender. She was given a slap on the wrist of paid suspension. And it was supposed to be turned over to the Attorney General's office. I've asked Mr. Opay many times, pretty much every week, but at least he's here now, he can answer it.
You never ask me every week.
No, I just said that. I said, you're here now. I said, but I ask him on record every week.
Yeah,
For
but
the
you don't
document.
ask me every week.
No, I said, but he's here this week, so
Okay.
when you're here, I ask you directly.
No, you don't. You get up on the podium and
Well, yeah, but I say, Mike's here, maybe he can answer. That's addressing you, so
I'm asking you to.
Well,
Go ahead.
I've emailed you how many
I don't
times.
wanna-
I put right to know requests in. You told me, I'll look into it.
Take up your
I'll see if I,
Go ahead.
oh, it's all right, don't give me more. I gave everybody else more. You said you're gonna look into it,
Please let you go over.
and you also said that you were gonna see if you can release it. I said, well, if you can, I'd like a copy of that from the Attorney General. Was it ever even referred to the Attorney General? Who knows? I mean, now she's working in the
No, it
building.
definitely was referred to the Attorney General.
Okay, well, I'd like to see proof
And
of
he
this.
definitely-
I've been asking for 2 years now.
Mike stated that publicly at a meeting. They
Just
came-
because he stated it doesn't mean it's true. Look at everything that's being stated about this detention center. You guys are believing everything.
Jeff has done a right to know request. Pursuant to that right to know request, my letter to the Attorney General, the Attorney General's letter in response was turned over to the Solicitor's Office. And I assume they responded to your right to know.
No, I did not, I did not.
Well, then that's up to you to follow through on that.
Well, I'm asking you, you said to me you weren't sure if it was able to be released, that you were gonna get in touch with the Attorney General, and I never heard back.
My position is it's not able to be.
Is that your position or the Attorney General?
The Attorney General's position.
Then I'd like to see a copy of that letter that says it's not being able
And
to be given out.
I forwarded that information to the Solicitor's Office. So
Okay.
it's in the hands of the Solicitor.
Okay, well, then I'll address the solicitors every week. Shelby, can you look into that for me, please, since
Absolutely.
this is the first time I'm hearing it?
Just
Yeah.
give them the thing that's saying that the
Yeah.
attorney's office and the thing.
This is the first time I heard that it was turned over to you
I
guys.
did respond, I really do think.
You responded to the initial right to know request, not with the letter that he's referring to.
Okay, all right, well,
Okay.
yeah, we can talk about that later.
That's fine, okay.
Okay. Moving on to Ms. Gaffney, hopefully that's cleared up. I don't have to mention that every week. That takes up 3 minutes of my time, like every week.
3 minutes, that's a long time to take up.
Well, a lot of I'm probably at 45 seconds now. You know what I mean?
You got 20 seconds left.
20 seconds.
Technically, but.
So, Ms. Gaffney, surprised she's not here today for this tour, it blows my mind. It's 560 days since she stood at this podium and stated that the reason why she only worked 100 hours, so you guys make sure you have a better work ethic than that. She worked less than 100 hours in 6 months in this building as a register of wills. Less than 100 hours in 6 months. She makes nearly $100,000 in salary and benefits, and she showed up less than 100 hours. I know people are looking like, is that true? Yes, it is 100% true. You can ask anybody here that's an elected official, and if they're honest with you, they'll tell you the truth. She was also told not to state that she was on FMLA, because it's illegal for an elected official to receive FMLA, which is a family medical leave absence, which occurs if you have a death in the family, you're taking care of a loved one. She came up here and said that she was. So she's at several meetings. She only comes in to do tours. That's why I was blown away that Sharon's doing it. But you have a way better person doing it and a great, more honest person doing it. So I'm glad to see she's there. She also ran some TNT liquidation companies, a fly-by-night home health care where people that she was taking care of, their bank accounts were drained. There's a lot. If you guys want to Google it instead of TikTok tonight, Google her name and look it up, and you'll be learning some new things on what not to do when you get older. I see we're hiring a law clerk for $44 an hour. Creating a position for it. I know you're going to say it's the courts, but I thought we were on a hiring freeze,
But it's the law.
and I thought that position was filled.
No,
It was filled, do you have an agreement with,
but we're hearing about different judges, it's a
Oh.
different
it's a
judge.
different judge.
Okay. So how many more
But
law
there-
clerks are
Every judge
There's
is
a lot
entitled
that are
to,
needed.
open yet? Okay.
Yeah,
every judge is entitled to.
So the creation is just for per diem instead of full-time one, like, is that right?
I don't
It
believe, I
depends,
think it depends on the
each
person's
situation is
circumstance.
different per
Yeah.
the judge, is
Okay.
what they hire, like some do hire. One's on per diem, some do a salary thing, it just depends on what their agreement is with the law clerk and the judge's job.
Okay, so real
And
quick,
that's
I'll
a
just
little
touch
bit Up there,
on the detention center, then I don't have to come back up for the next 3 minutes. Okay, I won't come up there and say.
Okay, we got 5.
you're a fuck.
Okay, then 1 minute. As far as the detention center comes, is there a next meeting set up for the group that you discussed that everybody attended?
That's
Is
what
that-
that's what we're working on, I would like it to be a smaller group, like, this was a very
Stop,
broad.
you're taking in my
I'd like you to.
respond to these. So I seen an article online that was from a verified news source that they have over $38 billion set aside for infrastructure repairs and water and sewage and everything for all these facilities that they're looking to build. Is that anything you guys looked into or heard? Is that
Yes,
part of what they think they're gonna
that's what
do?
they,
34.
34 billion.
Okay,
No, 34 is.
34, so
34
38,
facilities,
38.2 billion.
36 billion.
36 million.
Basically an open check is what they,
I know, yeah, it's an open.
34 facilities across the United States.
that we're ending up paying.
Because I know the gentleman that spoke before, he said they're looking to open it in September. Joanne Stairs on record saying they're looking to open this in spring, which is just, I mean, spring starts in 24 days.
We
That would be
haven't got a
absolutely mind-blowing.
concrete date that I know of, that I'm aware of, a concrete date, when they plan on, a lot of it's, you hear a lot of rumor and stuff, but there is not, we asked about specific dates and we haven't got.
And again, Muser, we can't,
6 months.
Okay, 6 minutes.
Muser, we can't get any answers from. He's at the State of the Union address last night, posting every 2 minutes on social media. Most of it was
Okay, but
false. But
Dan
he,
Muser's off, Dan.
I get it, but Dan Muser, I understand Evelyn's here, and she does a great job, she attends everything on behalf of him, I get that, I compliment her.
and he was on the call.
Okay, that's great, but he needs to get out of Washington DC and get into Washington Township, okay? He needs to get into his district where the people are affected by these things. I know, I'm just saying Washington to Washington is, maybe he's mixed up. Set his GPS to Washington Township instead of DC, and maybe he'll have a better impact on
Like
the.
I said, it's the only one that's working with historic.
And also the letter that was sent out to all the federal government, you have 309 instead of
I
209.
know, that's my mistake for
Okay.
being in Tamaqua.
All right.
From being from Tamaqua. Tamaqua 209 and 309.
Thank you, sorry,
So-
Shelby.
I had 309 on my
No,
brain
that's-
because it's Tamaqua. Tamaqua intersects 309 and 209, and I always do that. Okay, any other public comment, Shirley? You guys want to stand up there, Shirley?
Shirley Wagner, Joe Gander. I want to clarify a statement you possibly made last week, and I'm hard of hearing, so maybe I didn't hear you correctly. But the gentleman that came up and asked about the taxes that the county will lose, did you imply, or did you, this is what I want clarification on. Did you say that the warehouse, the additional warehouse beside of Amazon may bring in potential income?
Yes, because that building has not been picked up yet on the tax rolls. They have not got an occupancy permit yet. So once they get their occupancy permit, that'll trigger the reassessment office to go in and add that to the tax rolls. So that would help us with the $22,000 we're losing because of the Big Lots building, 222,000. And it'll also help, it's in the Pine Grove School District. And it'll help them with their loss of $555,000. I don't know where it's gonna be at the assessment process, but at least that's something. It would be nice to have both, but that'll help make up some of that loss. Now, it's not the Tremont Township, it's not Tremont Township, that's right,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, so I did hear you correctly.
Yes, ma'am.
So are you counting on, how long has that building been there?
They, as far as I know, they just, we're waiting on the occupancy permit. Yeah, that's all I know. I know it's on the list. Chrissy has it on the list. As soon as they file the occupancy permit, they're going in and assessing.
But it's there several years and it has never been.
No,
occupied.
this is the new building. It has not been there several
No.
years.
And there is no occupancy permit as far as the last time I checked for anybody going in there.
No,
So are
and,
you
no,
basing your budget on
no,
potential?
we're not basing our budget on anything. The county's fine. Honestly, like $222,000 is a lot of money,
Yeah,
but our budget is perfectly fine, even with the loss of the $222,000. This is the expansion. The Amazon building is already on the tax rolls, the original one. This is the expanded building, and we are being told it's shortly going to get an occupancy permit. And that hasn't been up for several years, Shirley. They just finished it this year.
no, it's been there several years. I live right up the street, Larry. It's been there.
They were only
Trust
putting
me.
up, Chrissy, weren't they just putting the walls up?
That's the way I understand it.
They just
I don't
finished,
know how, but that's the way.
that's what we were told, that the building was just completely finished, just like a little
Well,
bit.
maybe completely, but the building has been there for several
Well,
years.
maybe then it's the retrofitting of the inside. I don't know.
Okay, moving on,
Okay.
moving on. Does the county own a piece of property between Big Lots and Amazon on 209?
Not that I,
Anybody?
not that I know of.
Between Big Lots and 209. Between Big
Sedco,
Lots and Amazon.
Sedco,
On 209.
Sedco does.
Okay,
I think, I'm not 100% sure, but Sedco owns property in those areas.
okay. So it's not county owned.
Not that I know of.
Is there any, okay, well, you can't answer this, and Mr. Senko isn't here today,
Yeah,
so. Okay, my question there was, there's no infrastructure there for them to promote selling that property if they were interested. You can't make water materialize if it's non-existent, and this whole business about the sewer and the water is, in my opinion, a moot point. But if they do decide to bring tanks in, which they're already doing now, to supply water to Tremont and Pine Grove, in my opinion, or Tremont and Donaldson. But my question would be this: if the infrastructure isn't there, and I know the federal government is capable of providing it, who is going to be responsible to maintain this if and when ice
Well, if you read,
goes? Will the people of Tremont and Donaldson
No,
be responsible to maintain the upkeep of it?
if you read my letter, that is one of the things that I addressed is any expansion, anything that they do cannot have a ratepayer impact. So that means the people that are paying sewer and water now, if they do an expansion, the people up there are gonna have to, it's not gonna, we want it not to impact them. And that's one of the questions we answered specifically, if they expand the water and sewer, and any expansion has to be borne completely by the federal government and not have a ratepayer impact on, Tremont Township, Tremont Borough, and whoever else is provided with the sewage and the water.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. I think that the people of
Well,
Fremont and Donaldson will end up with the other people. But anyway, thank you.
any other public comment?
My name is Samantha Dunphy. I'm a civil rights advocate from Ringtown, Schuylkill County, and I'm here once again to provide notice to the Schuylkill County Commissioners. This is in accordance with USCS Rules of Civil Procedure, as well as Rule 17 and Rule 20 from the United States Supreme Court. The Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of land. No state, no county, and no court has the authority to create or enforce policies that contradict the Constitution or deprive citizens of their secured and protected rights. Yet this is happening every single day in family and juvenile courts. Across this nation, children are being removed from fit and loving parents, not for abuse, not for danger, but for profit. Under Title V-D and Title V-E federal funding, states and counties receive financial incentives tied to the removal, separation, and adoption of children. This means the system profits when families are torn apart. That is a federal pipeline of money that has turned our children into financial commodities. Unfortunately, this is not a conspiracy, this is codified federal funding. What's equally as disturbing is that a portion of this county's budget contributes to the operation of the very courts participating in the unlawful removal of children. That means public tax dollars are being used to violate constitutional rights and to carry out actions that result, excuse me, in the wrongful separation of children from fit parents without due process of law, without jury trials, and often without preponderance of evidence. I want to be very clear. When government officials, including judges, guardian ad litems, law enforcement, and any other county-funded agency knowingly violates the Constitution, that is a crime. When they do so in exchange for federal financial gain, that becomes an emolument violation under Article 1, Section 10, and a violation of the 14th Amendment for abridging the privileges and immunities of United States citizens. Under Title 18 U.S.C. 4, misprision of felony, whoever is made aware of a federal crime and fails to report it to the proper authorities is committing a separate felony. Ignoring this is not an option because the law requires action. As elected officials, you swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, not state policies, not federal incentives, and not judicial preferences. Because this commission allocates funding that enables these courts and state actors to operate, continuing to fund these unconstitutional practices after receiving notice places this commission at risk of being implicated in the ongoing violations. We are calling on you to immediately withhold any county level funding that supports or enables these actions until compliance with the Constitution is restored, and every child that has been removed unlawfully is returned to their respective homes. I'm serving you with affidavits of criminal conspiracy containing prima facie evidence of crimes being committed by judges within your county's court. Our children are not for sale. Parents are not revenue streams, and no system that profits from the destruction of families has.
Is there any other public comment?
I'd like to make one, and maybe I should, but, all the product coming out of NSP is class 1 biosolids, so no one is polluting farmland. Class 1 biosolids is commercial fertilizer. Secondly, as far as working hard, this gentleman right here has been working day and night on this problem. We first found out about it when the recorder deeds got a recording by a broker. So we had no prior knowledge. This gentleman and Commerce Muser have been on the phone day and night trying to get this being said. We finally have some people, some names, some faces, phone numbers, email. Before we had nothing. So we've got now. I'm not real happy about the situation, but I feel like at least we have it. Our voice was heard. We had commissioners on from Berks County. They're going to get a senator on there. And Larry, Fedora, and Dan Muser have worked their tail off all weekend long getting that meeting set up. And I want to commend him for his concern. Once again, we have the same concern, the same answers. I'm an engineer, and I'm being told there's a 2-inch water line coming out of sewage line coming out. Well, I don't care if the line is 2 inches or 50 inches, if the plant can't handle it. And those questions haven't been answered. We were promised by the people on that phone. Now we have faces, names, phone numbers, and emails. We can go back to them and say, listen, you made us a promise to ask these questions. We want answers. So just for the record, Larry busted his butt. So did Dan Muser to get this meeting set up and get some concerns, get some answers taken, so.
I thank you for that. However, when I can't open my windows and I can't live in my house, I'm sorry.
Shirley, you have known, we have brought
Thank you.
so much information we have tried to do everything in our power. With DEP, the commissioners, we had them set up meetings, we've reported constantly. I agree completely with you, Shirley, that you should be able to enjoy your property, you should be able to use your pool, you should be able to have picnics, you should be able to open your windows. I agree 100%. And if I was governor of this state, it would be fixed today.
Well, I've called him too.
I would go up, I would shut NSP down until they can contain their smell on their own property. And it's an easy fix. It's not a hard fix. When they were back down, before they put the GOR system in, they backed them down below 500 ton a day. They hardly got any complaints. So there's something wrong between when they were doing 300 ton a day to 500 ton a day. There's something wrong. So you back the tonnage down and you slowly increase it. And if you get a smell, you have to operate at this tonnage. Plus, they need to get the doors on, and their building's oriented the wrong direction. The building's oriented with the prevailing winds. So the winds blow through the building, and it carries it down. It needs to be rotated 180 degrees. And I've told them that numerous times. Your building needs to be rotated, or you need to have doors on it to close it, and you got to back the tonnage in. And they weren't using the GOR system properly. I know they were fined. I don't know if they got a fine, but I know they were put on notice by DEP and trust me, the next time I see the governor, and I've said this, people got mad, now that he knows where Donaldson and Joliet and every place is up there in Goodsprings, guess what? I'm gonna remind him of this, about the impact that you have with the smells up there.
I reminded him just last week, along with Bucher's office and McCormick's and you guys, the whole 9 yards. I'm done calling.
No, you gotta keep calling. I'm sorry, I know, but we call, Boots will call me up and said, I drove through and it smells, so we both file a complaint. Boots files it and I do too. And if I drive through there and it smells, I'm on the phone filing a complaint or emailing a complaint.
I have Roger Bellis on speed dial.
He has Roger Bellis's number, we call him up directly, and I say, it stinks up there. You need to get somebody up there, and not show up 45 minutes later.
45 minutes, sometimes it's 4 days till he shows up.
So trust me.
What the hell's gonna happen in 4 days? Excuse me.
Every time when I see the governor again, I am gonna bring this up again about this up there.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any other public comment? Okay, let's move on to meeting. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting minutes of February 11th?
So moved, sir.
Second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve the work session minutes from the meeting of February 18th?
So moved, Chairman.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by children and youth at our work session?
So moved, sir.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by drug and alcohol at our work session?
So moved, sir.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by the election bureau at our work session?
So moved, sir.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by the grant writers at our commissioners meeting?
So moved, Chairman.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by tax claim at our work session?
So moved.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by the treasurer's office?
So moved, sir.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve what was presented by the solicitor's office at the commissioners meeting?
So moved, sir.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora?
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington?
Yes.
Commissioner Hess?
yes,
County Finance Office.
4 items this morning. Good morning, Commissioners. 4 items, 2 are for informational purposes only. Prior year adjustments for $2,415 planning and $14,157 to children and youth. The approval of the Overmeyer Law Firm as an additional counselor for matters related to economic development. We are asking for immediate approval of that as well.
We need a motion.
We need a motion on that, please.
Okay, so can I have,
Yeah.
can I have a motion for, approval of the supplemental budget 25-35?
No,
Oh, sorry.
Overmeyer Law
The
Firm.
Overmeyer
Oh,
Law-
Overmeyer Law Firm.
Motion to make with the additional, council of mobile law.
Second,
The question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
yes.
My apologies, Commissioner. Now let's jump to the last item, which is
Oh,
approval
you
of
did.
supplemental budget
Yeah,
appropriation
we'll go through
resolution.
the list.
Sorry, I went to the informational first. That's on me, Commissioner.
Okay.
Approval for the supplemental budget appropriation resolution for prior year 2025-35 for $4,855. Immediate approval on that.
Motion approved.
Second,
The question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
yes.
Thank you, Joe.
County Administrator?
Yeah, that was all last week.
Can I motion on behalf of the county administration, on behalf of the Schuylkill County Parks and Recreation?
So moved, Chairman.
Second,
My question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
yes.
The Human Resource Office.
Two informational items, Commissioners. In court administration, the appointment of Angel Dugan as Secretary 3 effective 3/9/26. And the transfer of Karen Noon to Law Clerk per diem effective 3/2/26. That is all.
Thank you. Can I have a motion on those two? Oh, informational, sorry. New business. No new business, we already did.
We do as a new business.
Yes, we have one new business.
District attorney is still here?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, you can read that one.
That's what I
Sure.
said, no, I have one business and clear it, Mike, and he looked at me.
No, I thought you were looking again.
He looked simple, never mind. Not saying anything. Not saying anything.
It happens a lot.
Staying down.
Happens to a lot of people.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I'm asking for, are both of these motions on here? I have
No,
two.
just one,
Just the one.
just one, just mine.
We submitted another one.
It did make it.
Okay. For this morning's purposes, I'm asking the Commissioners for a motion to extend the contract between the county and Shelby Hostetter as an independent contractor to work for the district attorney's offices and provide legal services on the district attorney's behalf. We're asking for this big extension be for a 1-year period of time, and it would include the addendum and an annual salary of $28,428.
Can I have a motion to that effect?
I'll gladly make the motion to extend the contract for Shelley.
Second,
Question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes?
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, adjournment,
Motion for sorry.
report, salary board, report of any executive sessions,
Dynamo Health.
public comment for salary board? Lori Logan.
Morning again, Melinda Diver, North Manheim Township. I would like to take issue, Boots, with what you were saying about Congressman Muser. I believe he deserves a new moniker, Missing in Action Muser. How can our U.S. representative, a congressman, not know of the federal government's plans to purchase that Big Lots building? You gotta be kidding me. We were told that Dan Muser has all this sway. He's like one of Trump's favorite fellas. You know, he's all that and essentially a bag of chips. How could he not have been given the heads up that that building was going to be purchased? And like I said, missing in action. Could not be found, could not get a statement from him. Phone calls were not returned. He was trying to hold meet and greets. Media's not invited. What's the problem? Can't think on his feet? Can't answer the hard questions? What the heck is going on? I really appreciate that Evelyn shows up for the meetings to try to put a face to that office, because just like Jeff said, where is he? Does he have Washington Township and Washington, D.C. confused? He needs to be a visible presence for his constituents here in this county for what's going on. So he may be scrambling now, trying to put meetings together and, DHS, yeah. He's got all these political connections now, but yet he did not have a heads up. He did not have a clue before all of this.
In every state where they purchase these properties, the same exact scenario played out throughout this country where they purchase properties. Congressmen, senators, I have not heard from Senator Fetterman once. I have not heard, no, wait, I have not, if it's just not your public comment, it's hers right now. You made your public comment. If you want to come up for salary board, you can, but let her finish her stuff. Congressman Muser, since the day this started, I have been on the phone with him trying to get information. He could not get confirmation either way. No from what I understand, from every state this played out in, the same exact scenario played out in every single state. The governor wasn't noticed, but I haven't got a phone call from Governor Shapiro. I haven't got a phone call from Senator McCormick. And I'm working with his regional director, Nathan Gervais. I haven't got a phone call from any of them. Dan Muser has taken this county's phone calls and has set up the meetings and did the stuff for us. I'm not saying anybody else isn't doing work behind the scenes.
He was not returning phone calls from the media. They were trying to get comments and quotes from him.
There was no information at that time. He got the information at the same time we did.
I would say it's very disrespectful to an elected official. Dan Muser ought to be, shall we say, upset. I was gonna say something else, but he should be upset that he was not given a heads up.
And he is, because he has two. He is the only congressman in the country that has two in his district. The only one in the entire country.
Well, okay, well then that begs the question. I hope he's not selling us out. Thank you.
I don't believe so. I know it's a campaign rally against Dan Muser, but he has been the one that's been the conduit for information. Senator Fetterman has not contacted any of us directly. McCormick's office, none of us directly. Governor Shapiro's office, none of us directly. And we have sent.
The offices did definitely.
But he did not personally once contact us in any way, shape, or form. And he has gone to, no, but it's the truth. Don't condemn Congressman Muser when he's the one that is the only one that picks up our calls and talks to us. The governor's the governor of our state. Fetterman's our senator and McCormick's our senator. Why ain't he here? Well, I'm just saying.
Nothing. And he should be upset about that.
And he is.
Where's the record of that? That's where.
I'm just telling you, we gotta work with the people that we have in office. So should we not work with them? Honestly, is that what you want us to do? Do you want me to tell Congressman Muser, listen, people of Schuylkill County that come to our meeting and say, listen, we should work.
You don't want to debate.
What do you hold the man accountable for when he wasn't told it?
He's not here.
Then he should be holding other people.
Well, he is, and that's him on a federal level. That's him on a federal level.
And we sent it in the record.
Call Congressman's office. I'm not gonna go back and forth on this. If you wanna make public comment, come up and make public comment. I wanna move on with our meeting. Because the politics of it, we're worried about Schuylkill County and getting our answers for Schuylkill County. That's what the commissioners are worried about. Yes, I do believe he is, because on that meeting, he was very harsh at some
He
points.
was very tough on the.
And you can test and said, listen, if you want to comment, come out and comment. I'm not debating you.
Joe Wiscamp, Tremont,
Okay, now,
Pennsylvania.
what's your comment?
My
Not debate.
comment is, why is
On
this?
salary.
On salary.
I'll be
Go
back,
ahead.
I'll be
Say-
back
say
next
your
week.
comment.
No, I'll be
Say your
back next
comment.
week.
Say your comment, but what do you want us to do? Twist it.
Fight.
We are. We're trying
I
to. give
don't
you the
want that Dan
information you want.
Muser's giving us information and there's no information. And if that were me in that position, I would be upset that I'm made to look like a
Does
jackass.
not have to meet with us, tell us anything, or do anything, so you know. They can come there and do this. They have signed agreements already with the state. They can come, they don't have to talk to us
And we
at
have
all.
the right to
And the
fight
way
that.
we're
We have the
talking,
right in America to
listen,
say that's
then
wrong.
call, the best place to fight this, if you wanna fight it, is the governor's office. They have a ton
We
of
will
power.
do that. I've been contacting him as well.
We'll see. You know, that's what I'm telling you. We are trying to get you the information you want, and Dan Muser is the only person that is in Washington, that is in direct contact with us, that has set the meetings up, that has done this stuff. That's a fact. Now, if you want to take that away from him and you don't like him because of whatever reason,
He has to
that's
publicly
fine.
put that on record, not a
It is
meeting that that the public wasn't aware of, that we're hearing hearsay.
It's not hearsay. We were in the meeting.
But why is he not here talking to us?
When he has more information, I'm sure he is going
When
to.
is that gonna be? After
Well,
the 2 years after the detention center is up and running?
You have to contact his office.
I have this card.
Okay, well, then that's what you need to do. I will not engage his card. You can contact his office.
Don't hold
Thank you.
your breath.
Is there any other comment for salary board? Can I motion to approve the minutes from the salary board meeting of February 11th?
So move, Chairman.
Second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
yes,
Can I have a motion to approve the salary board work session of February 18th?
So move, sir.
second,
On the question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
yes.
Human Resource Office personnel. Oh, sorry. Controller.
Yes.
Kim, it's a,
Oh, Controller Kendrick,
sorry.
On both,
On both, sorry.
Yes.
Two items, Commissioners, the Court Administration create the position of law clerk per diem effective 3/2/26. And also in Court Administration set the salary of Karen Newman as law clerk per diem, $44 per hour effective 3/2/26. That is all.
Can I have a motion?
So move, sir.
second,
A question?
Commissioner Fedora,
Yes.
Commissioner Heatherington,
Yes.
Commissioner Hess.
yes.
Controller Kendrick,
Yes.
Judge Russell.
I think do business for salary board.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.